basketball has really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything that's happened. Like, I feel like I didn't even have time to really reflect on my college career because it ended so fast.
Basketball has a way of weaving itself into the fabric of an athlete's life, becoming more than just a game. It becomes a rhythm, a pulse, a way of being. For Caitlin Clark, the past year has been a whirlwind of that rhythm, a relentless cadence of practices, games, and the ever-present spotlight of being one of the WNBA's brightest stars. In a candid moment shared on our YouTube channel, Clark revealed her decision to step away from the court until April, a choice that's both a personal reset and a pivotal moment for women's basketball. As she takes this break, it's worth diving deep into what this means, not just for Clark, but for the Indiana Fever, the WNBA, and the future of the sport. This is a story of resilience, reflection, and the weight of expectations, told through the lens of a rookie season that captivated millions.
I feel like taking some time to myself and really enjoying that and reflecting back.
There's no place for it, and we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media.
A season that changed everything. Caitlin Clark's rookie year in the WNBA was nothing short of extraordinary. From the moment she stepped onto the court for the Indiana Fever, she carried the weight of immense expectations. Fans who had followed her meteoric rise at Iowa, where she shattered scoring records and led her team to back-to-back NCAA championship games, were eager to see how her game would translate to the professional level. Critics, meanwhile, questioned whether her college dominance could hold up against the physicality and tactical complexity of the WNBA. Clark answered those questions with a season that was both statistically dazzling and emotionally grueling.
Allow me to publicly thank the Indiana Fever for putting up such a great fight tonight and for battling back again and again and again.
Over the course of 324 days, Clark played in 81 games, logging an astonishing 2,150 minutes on the court. To put that into perspective, she essentially played the equivalent of an entire NBA season, a feat that underscores her durability and commitment. Her stat line tells part of the story: 761 points, a new WNBA rookie scoring record, surpassing the mark set by Simone Augustus in 2006. But the caveat is worth noting. Augustus set her record in a 34-game season, while Clark needed 39 games to break it. Still, the achievement is monumental, a testament to Clark's scoring prowess and her ability to perform under pressure. But numbers only scratch the surface of Clark's impact. Her final game of the season, a playoff matchup against the Connecticut Sun, encapsulated everything that made her rookie campaign so special and so challenging. Facing a seasoned, playoff-hardened Sun team, Clark delivered a performance that showcased her full arsenal: 25 points, 9 assists, and a relentless competitive spirit that refused to let the Fever go quietly. She attacked the basket, threaded pinpoint passes to her teammates, and fired long-range threes with the kind of confidence that has become her trademark. Yet, as was often the case throughout the season, her efforts were hampered by missed opportunities. Not her own, but those of her teammates, who struggled to convert the open look she created.
See Mitchell and all the rest for refusing to say die, refusing to lose, fighting back again and again and again, and playing at a much higher level.
"I feel like I'm just scratching the surface," Clark said in a post-game reflection, her voice tinged with both pride and self-criticism. "I'm a tough grader on myself. I had a solid year, but I know there's a lot of room for me to improve. That's what excites me the most. I can get a lot better." That self-awareness, that hunger for growth is what sets Clark apart. At just 23 years old, she's already one of the league's most complete players, blending elite scoring with playmaking instincts that elevate everyone around her. Her 9 assists in that final game could easily have been 12 or 13 if her teammates had finished at the rim. Time and again, she found open players with laser-like precision, only to watch layups rim out or jumpers clank off the iron. It was a microcosm of her season, brilliance tempered by the growing pains of a young team still finding its footing. The weight of leadership for the Indiana Fever, a franchise that has endured its share of struggles in recent years, Clark was more than just a star player. She was a beacon of hope. Alongside teammates like Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, she helped transform a team that started the season with low expectations into a playoff contender. The Fever's journey was far from smooth. Early losses piled up, and doubters were quick to write them off. But Clark's leadership, both vocal and by example, kept the team fighting. In crucial moments, she was the one her teammates looked to.
A lot of people probably didn't think was possible, one, to start the season, and two, after the start we had to the season. So, yeah, it'll definitely be probably a little weird for me over the course of the first couple weeks.
Whether it was a clutch three-pointer to keep a game within reach or a defensive stand to spark a run, Clark was always there, her intensity palpable. We got a lot of players, a lot of these wonderful ladies who bust their tail to make the WNBA what it was, one commentator noted on our YouTube channel. But Caitlin brought something different, an energy, a magnetism that packed arenas and brought new fans to the game. That magnetism was undeniable. Home games at Gainbridge Fieldhouse were electric, with fans clad in Clark's number 22 jersey filling. The disparity in officiating was baffling, especially given Clark's status as one of the league's rising stars. In both the NBA and WNBA, star players typically receive the benefit of the doubt, particularly when attacking the basket. Players like Aja Wilson or Breanna Stewart are accustomed to drawing fouls in similar situations, yet Clark often found herself on the wrong end of no calls. This inconsistency raised questions about the WNBA's officiating standards and sparked heated debates among fans and analysts alike. Off the court, the challenges were even more personal. Clark's rise to fame brought with it an unprecedented level of scrutiny, particularly on social media.
We already see what's happening in the world and what we have to deal with in that aspect. And, we come to play basketball for our job and it's fun, but we don't want to go to work every day.
While her fans, both the loyal Iowa contingent and her new Indiana supporters, showered her with love, she also became a target for vitriol. "I've never been called the things I've been called on social media," Clark admitted, her voice heavy with the weight of those words. The slurs, the hate, the relentless negativity, it was a side of fame she hadn't anticipated, and it took a toll. Alyssa Thomas, a star for the Connecticut Sun, echoed Clark's sentiments, calling out the behavior of some Fever fans during their playoff matchup. "We don't want fans that are going to degrade us and call us names," Thomas said. "We come to play basketball for our job, and it's fun, but we don't want to go to work every day and have social media blown up over things like that. It's uncalled for." Thomas's comments highlighted a broader issue in the WNBA, the toxic undercurrent that sometimes accompanies passionate fandom.
And have social media blown up over things like that. It's uncalled for, and something needs to be done, whether it's, them checking their fans or this league.
While she praised Clark's character, noting that she didn't believe Clark condoned the hateful rhetoric, Thomas was firm in her call for change. "Something needs to be done," she said, "whether it's teams holding their fans accountable or the league stepping in to address the issue." For Clark, the negativity reached a breaking point during her final game. A fan in the stands began heckling her, throwing insults in an attempt to rattle her focus. For most of the game, Clark ignored it, her eyes locked on the court. But as the taunts persisted, she reached her limit. In a moment that drew comparisons to LeBron James, Clark pointed out the fan to arena staff, who promptly escorted the individual out. It was a rare crack in her usually unflappable demeanor, a reminder that even the most composed athletes have their breaking points. The decision to rest after such an intense season, Clark's decision to take a break until April, was both understandable and strategic. The WNBA season is grueling, particularly for players like Clark who carry the offensive and emotional load for their teams. Playing 81 games in less than a year with minimal downtime is a physical and mental marathon. Many WNBA players supplement their income by playing overseas during the offseason, a necessity given the league's relatively modest salaries. Others participate in 3x3 basketball, a fast-paced format that's gaining traction globally. But Clark chose a different path: rest.
761 points, breaking the record once held by Simone Augustus. However, there is a caveat. Augustus set the mark back in 2006 when the WNBA regular season was just 34 games.
"I feel like it'll be good for me to reflect back on everything that's happened," Clark said. "I didn't even have time to process my college career because it ended so fast. Taking some time to myself, really enjoying that, it's what I need right now." It's a mature decision, especially for someone so young. The temptation to keep playing, to stay in game shape or maintain her place in the spotlight must have been strong. But Clark recognized that her body and mind needed a reset. The physical toll of the season, Bruises from hard fouls, fatigue from endless games, was compounded by the mental strain of constant scrutiny and expectations. By stepping away, she's prioritizing her long-term health and career, a choice that could set a precedent for other young athletes. The break also gives Clark a chance to reflect on a season that was, by any measure, a triumph. She didn't just break records. She redefined what a rookie could accomplish in the WNBA. Her 761 points, her 9-assist playoff performance, her ability to carry a young team to the postseason, all of it speaks to a player who is already among the league's elite. But Clark's not one to rest on her laurels. "I'm nitpicking every single thing I do," she said. "I want to help this franchise get better, help my teammates get better, be better for them. There's a lot of room for me to improve." The ripple effects on the WNBA. Clark's absence from the court for the next 200-plus days will be felt far beyond Indianapolis. Her breakout season wasn't just a personal milestone, it was a turning point for the WNBA. The league has been working tirelessly to grow its fan base, investing in marketing, expanding broadcast deals, and making games more accessible to viewers. But players like Clark are the spark that ignites that growth. Her highlight reel performances, logo threes, no-look passes, clutch shots, became must-watch moments.